You need to have those surprise left turns to attract a mate.
Yeah.
You can't just be going down Main Street the whole time.
I like this ended with you wishing that you were married to me. That's the best place that this went. I wish the best for you. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to resolve some
But you would divorce me because I would actually listen to your emotional needs and you wouldn't be able to handle it.
I wouldn't be able to handle it.
Yeah.
I don't want to be listened to.
Yes.
I want
you think you want it.
I want to complain about it. I don't want to fix anything. I want to complain about all of it. And that's what I enjoy.
I finally pushed through that in the last 10 days.
You did? 10 days?
The last 10 days.
I got you just in time.
I had a breakthrough. Yeah, I'll talk about it when we get back. I had a breakthrough.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying I won't have some relapses of getting angry and inanimate objects and stupid that's out of my control, but I had a breakthrough.
This is incredible. I want to find out about this. Let's take a quick break, and then we'll find out about Bill Burr's life-changing breakthrough that happened only 10 days ago. Hang on.
I know. And I'm literally going to be telling you this emotional breakthrough like a fat person that lost 5 pounds. Like I'm not going to go back to Twinkies.
Yeah, 3 days into a diet. I cracked it.
I got it. I got it figured out, dude. I'm going to have the washboard middle. Another 600 pounds. It's going to come off. No, I don't know what happened. I'm just sick of getting into arguments with people, and I'm sick of getting into arguments with, like, my wife. And I went to this Dodger game, and then when I went home, my wife was mad at me because she didn't feel that she was invited to the pregame because my friends came over and I had her get some beer for us. You know, one of the few times I actually sent her out to go do shit. She does that to me all the time. Can you swing by? That's her big word. It's always in the complete opposite direction. I always want to send her a definition of swinging by. Usually means on the way. Not can you burn another half a tank of gas past the house. So anyways, I came home and she's like, all the lights were out in the house. So I go, let's go down, sit outside on the back porch, quietly smoke cigars and talk about how the Red Sox are one game away. Can you believe this, right? So she texts me at like 11:30. She's like, where are you? I go, I'm on the back porch. And she just lights into me about the whole day, how she hasn't been invited or everything like that. So normally I would have just gotten into it. It's like, how are you not invited to something that was going on in your own house?
Why do you need an invitation?
Yeah, why do you need an invitation? Home. And not only that, you have women over here all the fucking time, and I feel you subconsciously being like, Bill, get the fuck out of here. And I get it. I screw. I get out of there. I know you guys want to talk about all of what you want to talk about, whatever. But I like when my wife hangs around because she's hilarious. She breaks balls. And then my guy friend's always like, oh, my God, you got the coolest wife ever. I'm like proud of her. But I don't know what happened. I kind of got off the road. I didn't ask about her day. It's that one little thing, and then it just all starts tumbling. So I went upstairs, and I just kept saying, I'm not going to get into an argument with you. I love you, and you love me. I'm not leaving you. You're not leaving me. This is stupid. Like, what is the problem? And she kept, no, forget it. I had to, just slowly pull it out of her. And I found out that that's what it was. I didn't ask her about her day. And I said, you're right. I should have done that. All right. I apologize. Now, can you come over here or are you going to go to bed angry? She was a little stubborn. And I just kept saying, I'm done with this. I'm saying it out loud. So hopefully I do it. I'm saying, I'm not doing it anymore. And if she gives me the honey-do list, rather than bitching about it, I'm just going to knock it out. And I'm going to test this theory, the happy wife, happy life thing, which I've been joking about in my life that it sounds cute because it rhymes, but it really is a threat. And it's kind of weird that all this progressive feminism out there, that they're sitting there talking about being kept women when most guys are in my situation. They don't beat their wives. They're not assholes. But basically, they're in a situation that unless they do everything that another adult says, there's no happiness in the house. And somehow, that's progressive.
Okay, you achieved no breakthrough. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting right now. You have not achieved a breakthrough. You said you had achieved a breakthrough. Then you started talking, and now you are raging against the institution.
I told you I was going to have a relapse. But I know though, but I realize that what I did that's the key. Right? And we are getting along ridiculously well.
Yeah.
But there just is that resentment because there's always that voice in my head like, Bill, you're getting along so well with her because you're just doing everything that she says. Like, how is this fair? But I have enough. I've carved out enough space. I got my little space in the back where I can smoke cigars, and then I soundproof the garage, and I have a drum kit in there. And that's another thing I do. We start getting into a fight. I'm going for a walk, and I go into the garage, and I play like 2 Pantera songs. And then I don't care. And then I'm having a good time. And I come back out. And I don't even remember. What do you want me to do? Where do you want me to move it? I'll move it over there. And then next day, tell me to move it back. And I don't give a shit.
That's a good
I don't want you to say you don't give a shit. You know, that's another thing too. I want you to mean it when you do it. This can't just be a system. You know what I mean? You have to be emotionally connected to what they want. I'm almost there, Conan. It's like
No,
it's
you're
like,
not.
It's a
You're not close.
It's
You're
a
not
screen
close.
door. It's a screen door.
You're not close. You're not close. There's
No,
several.
that's you. That's your own issues.
Oh, you know what I
that you're
hate is when people
projecting
say
on me.
don't say project. I hate the way people say project.
You told
Because-
the whole story how you projected your childhood on your own children.
That's true.
Your seed.
But here's the thing. What I don't like about the projecting thing is that there are times where I'll see it's like we live in this culture now where someone can take a gun and can shoot someone else, and then you can run up to that person and say, you just shot
We've
that.
always lived in a country like that,
Hold
by
on.
the way.
Let me finish.
I don't know if you've
And
read a
then
history
someone-
book. That's
and
kind
then-
of how it went down.
And then someone runs over. To the guy who just shot someone and says, "Hey, I can't believe you just shot that guy. I didn't do that. You're just projecting that onto me." That's the culture we have now. Everything's projected.
You don't think
onto
that
you.
that's a bit of an extreme example?
I think it is.
Listen, you've never been in like a bad mood and just taken it out on somebody? Or like
Sana, what do you think?
Yes, he has.
Oh, yeah.
He has often.
Yeah.
Okay, but I do it
All the time.
It's pretty amusing, isn't it?
It's amusing because it's passive aggressive
I'm
in a
genius at that.
very frightening way.
I have a lazy. It's funny. People are laughing when I'm mad at them. I get them laughing, and then they're tearing up because they're really laughing at this passive aggressive thing I'm doing about how they just fucked up. And then I walk away, and they realize they've been cut 6 different times across the abdomen.
Awful.
It's awful, right?
It's
I can't wait
awful.
for the behind the scenes.
This is the behind the
Oh,
scenes.
this is. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I'm an awful person.
He's
Oh.
awful.
Wait,
The
hey,
worst.
wait a minute.
Sorry.
Come on.
Only he's allowed to say how awful he is.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
you're supposed to go, no, Conan, you're not that bad.
Oh, no. That's not
no.
our relationship at all.
He
it
is the
isn't?
worst. No. The worst.
So this is interesting. So you've got, there's this theory that.
I've been doing for 3 days, and it's the happiest 3 days of my marriage so far.
Okay, let me tell you
Doing
this.
everything she says for me to do.
There's this theory that we are easier to deal with, men, as we get older because our testosterone falls.
They can never give us credit for just having wisdom. You know what I mean? It can never be like a guy is actually smart. Despite all the shit we've invented, it just has to be, this is just a chemical thing.
Yeah. And also
you've been given a sedative. Speaking of testosterone, it's borderline illegal now to have testosterone. Like this whole champion of the beta male is just like, I just don't understand, which is fine. You can be like that. I got a friend of mine. He loves Sex in the City, which I think when you watch it, it's so campy. It should
He still likes it?
It should be a musical. Every time I drive my wife nuts, like she won't watch that show in front of me because the oversexed one there, like every joke is the same joke. So I'm in the other room. Every time she delivers a punchline, I just go, 'cause she's a whore.
Which one is that? Samantha?
Samantha.
Yeah.
I always feel so bad for Kim Cattrall. It's just like, you couldn't give her anything else. She told the same fucking joke for like 7 years. She never poked her head into the writer's room being like, hey, what if she's, has a hobby? I don't
She
know.
did have a hobby.
She's into sailing when she was a kid, or she
Right.
got back into horseback riding or something. Oh, she's into giant horse cocks? No, she just likes to ride horses. Oh, that show. Oof.
Here's my
I
question
really
for you.
What's
Do you
that?
ever fear
Yes.
that as your rage drops and you become more centered, this is a total comedian's fear, that you'll lose the edge?
No, not even remotely. That's like the worst thing of that whole thing. If you get happy, that you're not going to be funny. And there's like, so I had a kid, this ridiculous level of love that you then experience. But then what immediately happens is there's this fear of, oh my God, what if something happens to this wonderful thing? So then your comedy comes out of the fear. Like one of the first jokes I had was the first time I walked out onto the front porch with my daughter. My first thought was, what if a bird of prey swoops in and takes my baby? And I went through the whole thing of how I would kill this bird. I think I ripped its leg off and stabbed it with its own talons. Do you remember that in Saving Private Ryan when that guy was trying to hold off the knight? And
yes,
that guy,
and they slowly push it through.
That's what I did to the bird.
In your mind.
In my mind.
Let's
yeah.
just be clear that you did that in your mind.
Yeah, but so since that, it just comes from that.
Yep.
And
I agree with you, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't think, first of all, if someone said it's a choice, you can either be funny or be happy, I'd say happy. Give me happy. I'll take that. If it was a choice. I don't think
Right.
it is a choice, because I think
That's a tough one. I'm not there mentally because my whole way of connecting with people is I make them laugh, and like that just comes from growing up with orange hair, and it was just like I got to make these people laugh before they beat the shit out of me.
Well, you're preaching to the choir.
Yeah, that's essentially what it was.